Hello, welcome. My name is Gabriel, and this is a reading vlog. So, I haven't really made a video in about a month because I haven't read anything in a month. I did not finish a single book in the month of April. And all throughout April, I had a bunch of projects, like to do with school that I was working on, and I tried to make a vlog out of all of those, but the footage was just bad and it wasn't really interesting. But that means that the video I've been planning to put out for a month is no longer happening, so I needed to reevaluate what I was going to do. But I realized I'm currently in the middle of 3 books, and the semester is ending in a week, and then I'm going to go back home to Utah, and I would like to finish all 3 of these books before I go back home for the summer. Those books are The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, No God But God by Reza Aslan, and War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. So I've been reading War and Peace for about 2 months now. I've been running actually exactly 2 months now. I've been running the read along with Kelsey over at I Read Today, and we've been doing discussion videos as often as we can. It's my turn for the discussion video. I need to make a video about books 11 and 12, and I haven't started those yet. I just barely finished book 10 yesterday. I have also been working through No God But God by Reza Aslan. This is a book about the origins, evolution, and future of Islam. I am a really big fan of Reza Aslan's other book, Zealot, The Life and Times of Jesus of Nazareth. He's a really interesting religious scholar. This book is really interesting. It's just also kind of more academic than I was expecting, so I took a break from it. Really, I just took a break from reading in April. I didn't mean for it to happen, but I just blinked and the month was over, and I don't know what happened to all of my time. And then finally there is The Great Gatsby, which I am a little over halfway through, and I have nothing to say about this book other than that I am reading it. You know, I'm taking in the story. It's happening. I think it is very fine. This sure is a book that exists. I don't know, I've heard it gets crazy in the second half. It better, God, I'm kind of bored. So that's the plan. I was a little worried that I've just fallen out of the habit of reading and that I don't really have the discipline to sit down and read something anymore, but yesterday I read an entire book. Since the semester is coming to an end, I wanted to reward myself by spending money. And so I ordered 2 books, The Penelopiad by Margaret Atwood and My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Ottessa Moshfegh, which I was so excited about. I couldn't wait. I sat down and I was like, I'm just going to read the first chapter. And then I read the first chapter and the second chapter and the third, and then it was 3 a.m. and I had finished it. And, oh, this was excellent. I think I'm going to save my full thoughts on it for my May wrap-up. You'll get that in like a month, but this is going to be my whole personality for a few weeks. I can tell. And then The Penelopiad by Margaret Atwood is one I've been interested in for a really long time. It is a retelling of the Odyssey from the perspective of Penelope in Ithaca. This will also be the first book I've ever read by Margaret Atwood, so that's exciting. That's where we're at. Okay, so I'm really trying with Great Gatsby, but it is a trudge, and it's not a bad book, clearly. But I think I've just been away from it for too long. You know, I went the entire month of April without really picking it up, and my excitement to read it has just kind of died. I'm more than halfway, so I am going to keep pushing through this, but there is a big difference between reading something that is like new, that I'm really excited about, versus something that I think that I should be reading. Well, day 1 is almost over, and I only read about 30 pages of The Great Gatsby. Whatever, I'll finish it this week. What I have been doing with my time is spending hours watching different interviews of Ottessa Moshfegh talking about My Year of Rest and Relaxation. I am obsessed. I went for a drive earlier, and I passed a bookstore, and I did park and go inside the bookstore to see if they had a copy of her newest book, Death in Her Hands. They did not, so I didn't buy another book, and that's probably for the best. I have to go to work really soon, so this is probably it for the day. Good morning, Hank. It's Tuesday. We're off to a really great start. This is a weird angle, but also one that I would like to experiment with more. I haven't updated you at all today, because I've been working, grinding. My Italian final is in 2 days, and I'm not ready. I don't think I ever will be. It's too late to worry about that now. Tomorrow I have work, and then I've got to study, and then I also have to go to the grocery store, so I am not sure how much reading I'm really going to do. I also didn't really read anything today, but I have 1 more hour before I have to go to bed, and you know what? I might as well dedicate some of that time to reading The Great Gatsby. So far, I'm usually able to get like 5 pages without getting bored and putting it down again. So let's see how far I make it tonight. Ciao. I haven't updated you in 2 days, but that's fine. It's because it's finals week and I'm rotting. But I just barely finished my final spoken interview for Italian this morning, and I just got graded on it, and I got 100% on that. And just moments ago, I submitted my psychology final. So all I have tomorrow is my linguistics final, and then I'm done, and it's over. And then I can go back and finish. Yay! I'm done with freshman year. I'm about to go to dinner, but first I have to stop on campus to drop off my practice room key. So we're gonna check out my practice room for one more time this year. Then we're gonna drop it off at the scheduling office, and then we're gonna go to dinner. Look at this shirt that I thrifted yesterday. Isn't it awesome? Checking in later. I'm still pretty bad at piano, but here's what I played for my final. Everyone say goodbye to my freshman practice room. Okay, it's the day of the drive. So I have to drive to campus one more time because I just realized I forgot to return my linguistics textbook. But then after that, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna finish packing. I've just gotta get a couple things together, and I think that I can be out of here by 11 a.m. And then I'm gonna drive through until St. Louis and stop for some food. And then maybe I'll stop in Kansas City for dinner. I don't know, but I'm going to try and make it to Omaha or Lincoln, Nebraska. I think Lincoln. And I'll spend the night there, either in a hotel or just on the side of the road. And that's going to be my day. I'm going to listen to War and Peace, of course, but we've gotten to a section that I need to be taking notes on for my video, and I don't know if I can really do that while driving, so we'll see how much I really listen to. I might just, like, blast Taylor Swift for 22 straight hours. The bookstore doesn't open until 10. I love living. You know, you ask how's the drive, I'll say it's a Baja Blast. That was a terrible setup, terrible execution. I should never do stand-up. I'm not unCarly. She subscribed to me, by the way. I have no knowledge of if she has watched a single one of my videos, but I did get a notification.
Stay in the left lane.
Thank you. A couple updates. The first is that I'm currently in Missouri. I don't know exactly what this is. It's like a town on the outskirts of St. Louis. The second update, I don't even want to show my face on camera because I'm embarrassed of how much money I just spent. So first off, I want to say that I stopped buying like brand new books back in January. So I hadn't bought any brand new books for myself this entire year until last week when I got The Penelope Ad by Margaret Atwood and My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Ottessa Moshfegh. And I think I mentioned to you guys that when I like an author and when I find a brand new author that I think is really cool, I will go down like a deep internet rabbit hole watching all of their lectures and interviews and readings and everything that I can find. And so since I read My Year of Rest and Relaxation, I guess 1 week ago as of right now, I have been watching hours of Ottessa Moshfegh content every single day. And I just really want to keep going with this push. So I saw a Barnes & Noble on the side of the freeway, and I went in and I was like, I'm gonna see if they have any of her books. And the one that I've wanted for a really long time is Death in Her Hands. The brand new hardcover is just gorgeous. I'm trying to avoid buying new hardcovers, but I know that I love her and I know that I love this cover. So I'm happy to have gotten it like this. And then, you know, what else they had? They had Eileen, her debut, and I had to get her debut. I've heard this is amazing. And then I thought while I'm here, why don't I get Homesick for Another World, her short story collection? So I do currently have in my possession almost every single one of the books that she has written, I guess. But I'm gonna drive until Lincoln, Nebraska today. Hi, I haven't updated you since Missouri. Okay, so first I stopped at a Target in Kansas City, and then I went through Kansas for a minute. We might still be in Kansas. I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. See what I did there? No, we're definitely still in Kansas. In fact, we're pretty close to Topeka. Nebraska is trying to kill me. I'm caught in a lightning storm. You've been there for a while. Ah! Nebraska does not want me here. Guys, I'm still 2 hours away from my motel. Oh, if you want to know how much money I spent on books today, my hotel is cheaper than those 3 books that I bought. Maybe that's just exposing me for getting cheap hotels. Anyways, I can't see the road. It's 10 p.m. We're at a gas station in Kearney, Nebraska. My motel is around the corner. What a day. Okay, I'm here. I spent most of the last half of the drive listening to the War and Peace audiobook, and I have a couple hours before I need to get to sleep, and I really should be reading The Great Gatsby, but I'm so bored of that book. I think I'm gonna finish that one as an audiobook somehow, and I am going to spend my night reading a couple of the stories in Homesick for Another World by Otessa Moshfegh. Look at this cover. Isn't that the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life? I heard her read one of these stories in a speaking event that she was at, and it was so cool. I think it was... I don't recognize any of these titles. I don't know. It was about some guy, and it was a really good story, so I'll find it in here. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't know where I am. I've been driving for like 4 hours, and I should be in Wyoming, but I also could be in Colorado, and I could still be in Nebraska, because a couple hours ago I took a wrong exit and it added like 30 minutes to my estimated time of arrival, and I saw a bunch of welcome to Colorado signs, but I'm at a gas station right now and there are like license plates from Nebraska, Wyoming, and Colorado. I don't know. I'm gonna make it to Utah in about 7 hours, my phone tells me, but I just really needed a break, so I think I'm just gonna sit in this parking lot for a while, and I'm gonna read another story from Homesick for Another World by Otessa Moshfegh, which I am loving. Oh my god. I read one of the stories before bed last night, and I read another one when I woke up this morning, and I can't get enough of them. So I'm gonna read a third one right now, and then we'll be back on the road, and I guess I'll have to listen to more War and Peace, which is actually good. I'm on one of the best parts of the book. I'm just tired. I've had enough WAP for a lifetime. There's people like right next to me very clearly watching me vlog, and like and subscribe. Okay, I am about an hour and a half away from home, and I'm debating on if after I get gas I should just go straight through, or if I should do what I've been doing every time I stop for gas, which is read another story from Homesick for Another World. These are each like 20 pages, and I am addicted. Oh. Home can wait. Also, nobody warned me how expensive gas was gonna be this far west. What on earth is happening? Okay, I'm less than an hour away from home. I can see the mountains. We're almost back to Train Town. I cannot wait to get home and shower and change because I feel disgusting. I have spent a collective 22 hours on the road. I have not eaten a vegetable since Thursday. Good Lord. Look at what I've been putting into my body for the last 48 hours. Like, makes me sick. I think that to finish off this vlog, I'm just gonna push through The Great Gatsby, and I'll give you my thoughts on the last third of that book. And then it will be over, and cool. I realize that I'm just in the middle of a bunch of books that I have grown tired of, and I need to finish them so that I can get on top of the new, fresh books that I really want to read. Hello, it's the next day, and I'm about to go for a walk because I found a free audiobook of The Great Gatsby. Since it is now in the public domain, NPR recorded and released the whole thing for free. It's just a podcast. It's like 4 hours long. So I'm going to skip to the part where I'm at in the book, walk around, probably finish it in an hour and a half or so. and then I'll be done with it. I'm hoping that listening to the audiobook and just taking it in all at once will help me appreciate the story more, because I'm really like not disliking it while I'm reading it. It's just not holding my attention because I'm not excited to finish it anymore. But we're about to finish it now. I'm back home. I listened to about an hour of that, and the audiobook is really good, but there are like a bunch of different readers, and some of them are better than others. But yeah, I just listened to a bunch of really exciting scenes, and my perception of the book is changing. I will now say that it is good. It is a good book. That's all for now. Okay, more driving, although not vlogging and driving. I think that was stressful for everybody. I've got to go into town, so it's like a 20-minute there, 20-minute back thing. I think that I can listen to the rest of the Great Gatsby audiobook running this errand, and then it'll be done, and then I will do my sign-off and edit this week's worth of footage into something fun. Maybe. I'm wearing this shirt again, not to be an outfit repeater in one video, but people in Utah haven't seen this shirt yet. Gotta let them know. This is a weird setup. The lighting's strange. I don't know. I didn't want to film inside because it's kind of noisy right now. I just finished The Great Gatsby. Good ending. Good book. What else is there to say about The Great Gatsby that hasn't been said a million times? I don't know. You don't really need my opinion, and I kind of don't have one. I think that it's a book that I have read, and I don't think I'm going to be thinking about it for too long into the future. I definitely don't think that I was in the right mindset to be reading it. You know, I picked it up because I was like, oh, I should read this, and not because I wanted to read it. So I think maybe sometime in the future I'm going to think to myself, oh, you know, I really want to revisit The Great Gatsby, and then I will read it and really take it in. I did like the audiobook that I listened to. You know, I said some readers are better than others, and that's true. And there was a chapter where I really didn't like the person who was reading, but that's fine. I made it through. So yeah, if you want to listen to The Great Gatsby on audiobook, it's completely free. I listened to it on Apple Podcasts, but it's probably also on Spotify. And it's just the whole book. Sit down for 4 hours, and boom, you've read The Great Gatsby. Other than that, I still have to listen to book 12 of War and Peace and finish my discussion video for that, but I'm not going to include that in this vlog. I am going to finish this tonight. This is the last clip that I'm filming for this vlog, which started as a finals week reading vlog and quickly just descended into madness, like all of my vlogs do. I'm not great at filming vlogs and like updating constantly, but a lot of people have told me that my vlogs are their favorite videos that I make. I think I just show a lot more personality in these, but I also think that I have less insightful things to say about the books that I'm reading because these are really unfiltered, off-the-cuff thoughts. But we'll see. I also didn't finish No God by Reza Aslan, but I've kind of gotten over that like intense religious scholarship hyperfixation that I had back in February. It's probably going to reawaken at some point this year, and when that happens, I will return to it. But for now, I'm just going to leave it on the shelf. I have a ton of books that I'm really excited to read. I showed you some of them. And I have a lot of really cool video ideas with them, and I cannot wait to just get started on those. I have big plans for my channel this summer, and I hope that you will stick around to see them. So if you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up and comment down below your thoughts on any of the books I've read. Tell me what you've been reading. And then if you are new here, hit subscribe and then hit the bell icon so you get notified every single time I upload. Because it's summer and I don't have classes, so who knows, I might even go back to weekly videos. I might, hey. And that is everything for now. I will see you guys next time.